this gauze over there, so when we rewrap it, we can wrap the ankle before putting the splint on.
Okay.
Because the other splint was rubbing my ankle raw.
Okay. Yeah, this is nice. I don't. This must be what they normally use under cast or something now.
Yeah, the splint can come off first. There we go. Ooh. That is. Oh, God. I forgot how weak my ankle is.
Well, the good news is ankles can build up pretty quickly when you get to a point where you can,
Use them.
yeah, flex on it and.
Okay.
Because mine with my foot was a mess.
What is that?
This is an adhesive remover. I'm
Oh,
gonna see
okay.
if it'll work better. I'll have to spray it a lot, so we'll
That's
see
fine.
how it. If it does, some dressings it does great, some it does. Doesn't seem to make that much of a difference.
Well, if anything, I'm just hoping contact paper makes a difference.
Contact paper. Yeah.
Sorry. Just in case.
Just in case. But you're not feeling that way yet.
No.
Good.
Last time I had to reach for it in an instant, and I'd rather just have it with me.
Probably better to be prepared. Well, we are 1 minute and 40 seconds into this.
Yeah, this one's a long one compared to what most of mine are.
But it took you less than an hour to do it last time.
Yeah.
So
So if it's not as painful, it won't take as long, because that was really slowed us down. But that's what's supposed to. It was really painful over on this side. I remember that.
it was painful once you got to the cut, and I when you took that first part off, I didn't feel it at all. So.
I think as a whole, this is coming off so much easier, which may be because what they did was in surgery and maybe a different type.
It's pulling hair. It's not
Okay.
a wound.
They may have used additional adhesives. Yes, a little bit.
It's nice. It's like scratching my leg.
Yeah.
All those itches you couldn't get to.
Yeah. Oh. Got to the edge of it, huh?
Yeah, that was.
Okay. It's good. It pulled up really fast. That didn't mean it didn't hurt, huh?
Didn't hurt as bad though. That's for sure.
Well, that's a plus.
Yeah.
But a ton of it is off already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as it was before.
I'm sure it hurts, but it's just falling away.
Yeah.
No, we're not. So that, I mean, every time I start to say something, it gets stuck. I just need to do this whole thing silent. And that's really hard for me.
Were you gonna ask if that contact paper made a difference?
It sure seemed to, and then it immediately got stuck. And the wound looks beautiful. I mean,
Is it?
I was going to say, it's so much better today than it was.
Okay.
that was not nice, but
It
That
may not have
looks
been nice, but
so
believe me, that did not feel anywhere near as bad as it did previously.
I'm not surprised. So,
What are you irrigating it with exactly?
wound cleanser,
Okay.
it's just a surfactant though. I mean, it's made for wound cleansers,
Right.
but it just helps take the top debris off.
Okay.
And you have some dried blood around here.
Right. This is bone, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
No.
Like tendon or cartilage.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Whew.
That one hurts a little.
That would hurt a bit.
Oh.
Not again, not nearly as bad as it did the first day, but yeah, it's definitely.
And you know, you've got a bit of a dilemma or backfall, however you look at it. If you feel like it's too painful, we can call for the IV meds.
Right.
But then they're going to probably want to keep you through the next dressing change.
Right.
Because they don't want you to not be able to tolerate it being changed.
Like I said, I mean, it wasn't pleasant, but that was immensely better than the first time. You're a wizard, Beverly. You're a wizard. Amazing at your dressing changes.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if everyone feels that way, but
You know, I've experienced 2 of them, and I know that first one could have been a lot worse than it was.
yep.
And I know that this one could have been a lot worse than it was. Are we going to do contact paper again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, I have. Oops. Isn't that funny? They look so much alike. This.
Yeah, because I think that was a major difference.
Oh, whoa.
I'm okay, I swear. Okay. I won't swing this over my head again.
No.
That would just.
Everything's going so well, and he knocks himself unconscious.
Whoa.
All right.
I'm
Can
okay,
we
I'm going to
just-
leave it down. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I'm
leave it down.
so sorry.
It's
Yeah.
not your fault at all. I did it.
Well, if I was shorter too, I wouldn't have your bed up so high.
It's fine.
But I've never had one that was so short
Yeah.
like that.
Believe
It's
me.
put up weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's completely fine. It didn't hit hard. I'm okay.
Okay.
I was going to say we swing it out of the way, but we'd have to loosen
Yeah,
that.
no, don't worry about it. I can just.
And you know, I think too, most of my patients are probably actually laying down. They're,
They don't want to watch.
yeah, or it's their abdomen that I'm working on, or
Right.
something like that.
It's okay. I'm fine.
So what's your
Okay.
No trauma or anything like that.
That's good. Now that you've been clunked in the head twice.
I know. No, I only got clunked once. I
Oh,
missed
the
it
first time you. Hmm.
I mean, that's a heavy piece of metal.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright. Like I said, small hit. I'm okay.
See, this isn't hurting. You just want to remind yourself what real pain was.
Yeah. Well, you know, by comparison, what I feel down there and what I felt getting hit with this thing, there's not even a comparison.
Mhm.
So,
It is hard when it's down to your muscle like this.
yeah.
And we've done quite,
It's quite a bang up job they've done on me.
yeah. But it does. I mean, this is really pretty muscle, pretty.
It's
This-
what you want it to look like.
Yep.
That's good though.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's healing well and looks very healthy.
Okay, let's see.
You need me to lift it?
Yeah, if you can.
Alright, I can lift it. Ooh, that's a new feeling.
What, holding it up like that?
Yeah. Not a painful feeling. It's just very odd.
Well, if I wasn't filming, I
There
would
you go.
help hold it up, but
Okay, just relax.
due to my duties as the
Cinematographer.
photographer,
I have friends who are still in nursing school, and the first time I took the pictures because they really wanted to see how the dressing change and the vacuum seal worked,
Uh-huh.
and then this time they were really curious about how exactly the vacuum seal sealed and everything like that. I
So
said,
that's why you're doing this?
yeah, so I said, well, I'll videotape it this time, and you guys can take a look at it.
I just assumed you were doing it for your wife.
I don't know if she wants to watch it.
well, you're not screaming, so
Yeah.
The fella that came in from the company last time, I'll tell you this since he's not here.
Hmm.
When he kind of said, I have to excuse myself, he was going to pass out.
I know he was. He
So-
was white as a ghost.
Yeah, so you saw him more than I did. He was behind me. But what he said was, I've seen so many videos of this and pictures, but there's nothing like seeing it in person.
Mm-hmm.
So just remind your
Right.
students that.
Well, you know, I've seen a couple pictures and videos of vacuum seals. I've never seen one that looks like mine. That
Yeah.
looks like this graphic.
And
And to have it be on my own body is just surreal.
surreal, yeah.
mhm.
When you make your muscle twitch,
Mm-hmm.
that really bothered him.
I didn't know I could make my muscle twitch.
Yeah, it twitched a lot last time.
That was probably involuntary from the pain.
And it kind of spit a little while ago.
Oh, God. It's on the video. I'll go back and
Yeah.
look at it.
It was because, you know, when I sprayed,
Right.
and it wasn't right then, it was when, I think it was before you even lifted your leg, this little one, psst.
Nice.
It wasn't blood, it was just fluid, but it was because your muscle twitched. Yeah.
Probably had to do with the spray stuff. Probably hit something that was very tender and
Mhm.
set off that twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, contact paper. You are officially my favorite invention of all time.
And I don't think I finished saying, I do want to make sure you go home with a couple pieces because one of my coworkers used to work home health and she says, you don't know what you need and you get out to the patient's house and you realize you don't have what they need. So-
Gotcha.
And then after she's changed it once, she or he just changed it once and they'll make sure they have what they need.
Okay. That sounds like a great idea.
Because
I
when
would love to have that.
the vac machine gets brought,
Mm-hmm.
this stuff's not made by KCI, so
Right.
they don't bring it.
You need me to lift again?
I don't think you'll have to. Not until I'm ready to put the,
All right, but I'll have to turn.
yeah, because this goes right to the edge of where it hits the pillow. Okay.
There's this weird feeling throughout it when you touch it where it's not pain and it's not sensation, but it's more like I can tell you're touching it, but it's almost like a numbing feeling radiating from that point. It's very odd. So I'm not exactly sure how to describe it, but
Yeah.
Well, it may have to do with normally to touch those things, the touch is through your skin.
yeah. I mean, it may just be there's not as much sensory there.
Well, last time it seemed like you said there was both kind of a numb
numbness
feeling
and
and then a pain. Which,
Well, and again, I reiterate, last time significantly worse, you know, and
And it did not feel good when I started to do this part either.
Yeah. But again, there was so much pain leading up to it. This is, this isn't bad.
I think part of it too is the unknown the first time.
Yeah.
You just have no clue of what you're getting yourself into.
Right. Now, I get to talk to the charge nurse, and I get to tell them about all the nurses that have done exemplary service for me. Who do I go and talk to and say, well, Beverly is just so amazing at changing my wound?
Well, they do have
The survey. Do you have the survey?
the survey, and they have some kind of brochure, stellar service,
Okay.
that you can fill out. And yeah, if you did that, I would appreciate it.
I will.
Um,
Definitely do.
because unfortunately, we don't get that a lot, I think, because we're in and out. And
Right.
we cause such pain.
Right. I was going to say, I think a lot of people see you guys as the bad guys.
Yep. To a certain degree, you are so right.
Ruining yet another pillowcase.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering if it would help if I held it a little down out of the way.
I don't think so. We'll just
Okay.
switch it out, and it's amazing what they can clean up. Oops.
Oh no, I think she meant for you.
Yeah, for
your
you.
handling,
Yeah.
If it would help, like, whoa,
Oh, sorry.
oh, you're okay. Like that, if it would make things easier on you. I think that lower part is definitely more sensitive than the upper part.
The lower part that has the graft, do you think? Or not that far?
I don't know where the graft is. I'm just, just kind of the
From
lower
what
part
you-
of the leg. Just seems to feel, like right now, I feel a little bit of pain in that lower part, but, the upper part, it doesn't seem to have the same amount.
Well, you got the
I
stuff
saw that stuff.
tight down on the lower part, though.
Yeah.
And that may be just, your body was happy to have it just free and open.
What's the goal for the next surgery?
Skin graft.
And how soon?
3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. Realistic timeline is like 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
And I gotta get these done every 3 days. So what's that? 4 weeks, 24 days. I'll have to endure 6 or 7 of these.
Well, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
Not exactly every 3 days, but that is a.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Oh, that's even worse than every 3 days.
Mm.
What's today? Today is Friday.
Today is
Today's
Monday.
Dear Lord.
We'll try to keep you straight.
Thank you. If my husband didn't wake me up in the morning, I don't know how I would ever get up. But I was thinking towards the weekend, I guess I was hoping it was here. You will most likely wear it Friday through Tuesday because of Memorial Day.
Oh, yeah.
So that is one time when you get a break.
Oh, thank God.
Well, then you'll find out if break's good or bad. Because it may be
Sure.
a little more dried blood. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
you'll definitely want to make sure that you have the contact layer on Friday because,
Because that Tuesday one's gonna be rough.
yeah, you have more tissue growth for an extra 24 hours.
Right.
But with the contact layer, you should be all right. Because we're going to do the same thing in the hospital.
That little corner right there. Ooh,
Oh,
that is a
really?
sensitive spot.
Hmm.
You doing okay? Do you need the bucket?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I was just had a little tickle in my throat.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom could never. Number one, she couldn't have held a cell phone because she'd be afraid like it would bite her or something.
Mm, yeah, well, there is
But-
always that issue.
She could never have filmed this.
Hey, Doc.
How's it going?
Going really well.
Your timing. It looks beautiful.
Good.
I wouldn't have gone further if it didn't.
How was your
Tolerable, is it?
pain? Yeah.
Well, I don't have the IV painkillers in, so, you know.
So it's a little bit better than last time.
Oh, it's so much better than last time.
Okay, great.
The contact paper, I think, was a huge help.
She knows what she's doing.
Yes, she does. Very much so. Yeah, the contact paper was a huge help, and yeah, it just in general, it did not hurt nearly as much as it did the first time.
And so, do you know if the back is ready for home?
It's coming at 3.
It's coming at 3. So, do you wanna get out of here today?
I would love to get out of here today.
Well, that's fine by us. We were just gonna see kind of how you tolerated this because I know it was a nauseating experience last time.
Yeah, I got my bucket just in case.
I mean, trying to knock himself out with
I
the.
did,
With
I
the
did. I knocked
back.
this thing down and cracked myself in the head.
He really did. Not good. The other patient you're gonna see me do, he turned out. I thought he had a wound back in his room because one went to the OR, but y'all didn't use, or whoever was in there didn't use it.
Yeah.
So I've got to run to the basement and get that before I.
No problem.
Let's put that back. I figured we probably need access
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah, 'cause
Mhm.
it's.
Who has the charming little ringtone that just
That
went?
was me.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
I was gonna say, it
When I
wasn't
get a
me.
page, I want it to be a soothing experience. Sorry about the splint. You know.
No, you know.
I see when I did it, I noticed it was. My plan was I was like, you know what, I was going to redo it today, but I was like, you'd been through so much that day.
Right.
And I was like, when I noticed it was a little off to the side, I was like, you know, it's just going to be for the weekend. I don't want to put him through any more trauma.
Well, you know
So-
what's funny is compared to the boot, the splint you did was so much better than the boot. The
Yeah.
boot was absolutely the worst thing I could possibly have.
Wow.
And it wasn't that bad until that night when I was sleeping and it was just digging into my ankle.
Yeah.
And then by the morning, you know, Doc came and it was, you know, it was rubbing it
Certain,
raw.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and I noticed it had slipped a little off to the side like that, and it was bunching, but I was like, I didn't notice it until it
Can
hardened.
I'm gonna do it without your permission.
So now it's gonna start sucking it down.
Yeah, you know, we talked about the other one, the knee that was done with the same type of Integra. His looked 100 times better than hers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and hers, yeah. No, hers did not look so good, and but I was actually amazed at how good the skin graft looked, though.
Good.
It
I
looked
didn't
like it was
see
going to
that part.
take.
All right, let's see.
You just don't like them to touch it. That's your problem. Once it's all in place, they
Oh,
can't
looks good
touch
on this
anymore.
side. Oh, weird.
Let's try it.
It sounds like it's something over here, but I'm not seeing where.
There's a hiss, though.
yeah.
Gotta figure out where the hiss is.
There it
Yeah.
goes.
Mm-hmm. You must have covered it up because all of a sudden it contracted.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a pinpoint.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that one was rough.
Because it wasn't hurting to begin with,
Yeah.
like it was
yeah,
last
yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I already heard it at 10 before it sucked down. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go get the discharge stuff ready. What we've been giving you oxycodone? Is that what we've been giving you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that working okay? Yep. How many have you been taking at a time?
I'm not sure what the milligram dosage is, but 3 of the little
3 of
pills.